Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome in. This is Rich. This is the Suffolk Crunch, and it's your first match day preview of the season. Birmingham City versus Town tomorrow night at St Andrews. I think it's at Knighthead Park. I call it St Andrews. It's Birmingham City. It's the first championship game of the season. We are live on Sky. 8 PM kickoff. Firstly, we will go for 150 likes on this video. Please hit subscribe, and if you are new here, turn on your notifications bell. As soon as we go live, you will get notified of any video. Firstly, right, a bit of tech. Need a bit of tech advice. So when I do these videos, the badge is back to front. If I do a video on my phone, it turns it round. Now on YouTube, any tech help would be appreciated. So when I go live, I'm facing the right way. It's just something little small in it. It's a little bit anal, but just thought I'd ask for any tech advice. If anybody knows what to do on the settings, give me a shout. Right, good afternoon, Daniel. Good afternoon, Shane. Good afternoon, Bradley. We will get to transfer news in a minute, but we'll have a quick good afternoon, JC. How you doing? 150 likes. Come on, boys, hit that like button. Oh yeah, quickly. I always have to say this. We are sponsored by Bad Shirt Club. For your bucket hats, your shirts, your jackets, head over to the website. Use the code SC30 at the checkout for 30% off. So yeah, tomorrow Town head to the Midlands to take on high flying. I'll call them high flying Birmingham. I've almost completed the Birmingham documentary. I think I'm on episode 4, about 15 minutes of that one, and then I've got the last one to watch. I'm really enjoying it. I like Chris Davis, the Birmingham manager. I think he comes across really, really well. Wouldn't say I'm a massive fan of Tom Brady. Obviously, look, respect what he done in the NFL, but he just, yeah, soccer and all this crap. And what is it? A draw. He calls it a tie. Not for me. Not for me. Yeah, I think, JC, everyone's getting a bit sick and tired of refreshing Twitter. Oh, by the way, we need, I think, 10 subscribers to get to 8.5K. So if you're new here, let's see if we can get 10 subscribers on this video and we can hit 8.5K. Bradley Hembro, can I ask you something regarding tickets? Yeah, fire it in the comments, mate. Good afternoon, Peter Clements. Hopefully you're well. But yeah, look, we've got a few injury issues going into the game tomorrow. Obviously, devastating news for Connor Townsend with his ACL. I think that's probably, even before the season has started, I think that's probably his season over, which is a massive blow. You know, Connor's he's pretty dependable. I know he's not first choice, obviously, in the left back spot, but there's a bit of injury concern for tomorrow concerning Davis with his hip. So I think Connor Townsend, if he was fit, he probably would have had a good chance of starting tomorrow. Harry Lee, good afternoon. How does the membership work? Do you get put into a raffle and luck of the draw to get tickets? Is that for home or away, Harry? Let me know, and I'll try and help you out, mate. So obviously Connor Townsend injured. Harry Clark, I know he's got an injury, leg injury. I'm not really sure how long it's going to be. I think that's going to be a while as well. We've obviously got doubts about Leaf for tomorrow. Home tickets, right. So you, Bradley says, so March the 10th, we play Stoke. I've never been lucky enough to get away tickets. My friends are seeing to get older. What points do you reckon we would need? Like 25. But I would say, yeah, probably 25, maybe even 30. But we'll see what happens nearer the time. There's a, what is the saying? Where there's a will, there's a way, mate. So, yeah, just keep in touch. Hello, Paul. There you go. Paul's watching live in his lunch break. Home tickets, you have to enter the ballot, if you remember, and then they get selected. And then, obviously, last season, I think the ballot took all the tickets. For Southampton, if you are a member, I think you can buy tickets. Good afternoon, Peter from the bush. Bradley says, if not, I'll be in the home end. I might possibly be in the home end for Bromley on Tuesday. Peter says he's watching giraffes at play by the watering hole. This is unbelievable. You've got people look all around the globe. So Obviously, Jaden Philogene doubtful for tomorrow, and obviously Leaf. I'm not sure if Kieran was playing a little bit of a cards close to his chest with regards to maybe one or both of them. It wouldn't be a surprise to me if one of them was fit. I don't think both of them are fit. I will give you what I think will be the lineup tomorrow. I will probably go. This is how I'd go. Greetings from Westlin, Oregon. Blimey, we're everywhere. Hope you're subscribing, Rowdy. Nice to see you in the chat, mate. Get involved. As I stroke the cat. You are live in Australia. Yes or no? We're live, everybody. MB ITFC says, see Birmingham have a TIFO for tomorrow. I'm a fan of TIFOs. So Graham Hodges is in Nashville. He says Birmingham 1, Ipswich 3. Enjoy the game. Yaya Kada Diara says hello. Shane Griffin says you're world famous. Look, Ipswich Town are all over the globe, not me. I'm not even reading that comment out. Steve Taylor says you're in for a shock tomorrow. Steve, are you a Birmingham fan or are you a Town fan? If you're a Birmingham fan, you're more than welcome here. We like to have fans of all teams get involved. But yeah, I'm going Alex Palmer in the nets. Ben Johnson at right back, Ashley Young left back, Greaves and O'Shea. That is if Leaf is fit. I'm playing Leaf Davis every day of the week, and I'm probably going to play Ashley Young at right back. So this is just on the presumption that Leaf isn't fit for tomorrow. Matasiwa, got his name right. Steve is a Brummie. He says 2-1 to the Blues tomorrow. Hope you're wrong, but I think it'll be a really tough game. Looking forward to it. If you are new here, Steve, hit subscribe, mate. Do me a favour and just get involved because, yeah, like I say, fans of all clubs are welcome here. Bradley says Palmer, Johnson, O'Shea, Kipre, Greaves, Taylor, New Dutch bloke, Ogbone, Sammy Smodic, Clark, and Hurst. I don't see Jacob Greaves playing left back, if I'm honest. I would see him playing there in an emergency, but tomorrow, if Young and Ben Johnson are fit, I think both of them play. So I don't see that tomorrow. Maybe down the line, maybe even at Bromley. It'd be interesting to see what team we go with at Bromley. But yeah, Matasiwa and Jack Taylor in the centre of the park. Right hand side is a bit of a problem because obviously if Jaden Philogene's injured, I'm just going to come on to him. Harry. Do I think OMARI will be involved? It's a tricky one. I see Kieran said he trained and then he'd had a medical issue for a couple of days now. A medical issue says to me he wants to leave town and he wants to be back in the Premier League. I don't think there's any real medical issue there with OMARI. I think he travels. He doesn't start, in my opinion. He's probably going to be on the bench. So, not for me. Pete says he's got to play. Rowdy says, I've no idea what you guys are talking about, but somehow it's interesting. Harry says protecting his player there. Heather Crow, that's what I was going to ask. So OMARI for me is on the bench. Right hand side, you could start Ogbone. I don't think he's played enough football. If it's me tomorrow, I think I'm going to play Jack Clark out on the right, Chappers in the 10, and then I'm going to play Sammy Smodic's left hand side. Look, it's not ideal. I know, and Kieran might go with a different setup. Obviously, Hurst up front. I don't think we're going to be probably set until the window closes. There's going to be more ins. There's going to be more outs, and that's the price you pay for a team that's relegated. Big Al says, "Hello, mate. Blues fan here. Welcome in. What do you think tomorrow, Big Al? What is your prediction?" MB says, "Could Kajus potentially be registered for tomorrow, even though he's not announced?" Heard a rumour Smodics is a doubt. Harry Lee says, "Oh, bloody hope not. We've got enough injuries as it is." Jens and Chuba Akpom, if they were registered by midday, they can be involved. So it might be that they're already signed and they're just delaying the announcement. We'll get onto that in a minute. But that's the team I'm playing. If everyone's fit out of that 11, we're probably a little bit Pete says, Leeds played their super strike force last time round and they battered us. We must stick the first few teams until OMARI finds his club. Look, OMARI's going to go. Is he in the right headspace? Footballers have played a lot of money. They should be playing, for me. Get out on the pitch. Show your worth. Show that you're a true professional like Nathan Broadhead, because there's obviously, Kieran spoke about him yesterday in his press conference, that he's asked to leave, to go to Wrexham. I think it's a transfer that gets done. JC says OMARI to do a Sinistera. Big Al, draw tomorrow. We've signed German forward. Won't play tomorrow. Got calf injury. I see he'd signed old Ducks. Steve Taylor says, I like Ipswich and have all the respect for them. Ideal, both to go up. Being reported. Modicum not fit. Keep right on. Andrew says, is this unsettling for the team with all the transfer news? Would be nice to have a settled team. David Vince, good afternoon. How many more outs do you think there will be? From Broadhead will go. Muric will definitely go. OMARI will go. Philogene won't go. Wolfie. Do I like cricket? Kartik. Yes, I do like cricket. And Leif Davis. We'll talk about Leif in a minute. Yeah, like I said, and Andrew's saying about unsettling for the team, it's the price of relegation. You know, you're not going to get a settled team until that first week in September. So we've just got to, hopefully we can get some results in the 4 games. Obviously, Birmingham, Southampton at home. Then we go to Deepdale for Preston, and then Derby, who've made some good signings. So I think it's going to be Bradley Hembro. Is that true about Luke Wolfenden to Stoke? No, I can't remember the lad they signed, but he is a spitting image of Luke Wolfenden. But no, Wolfie's still here. But yeah, Birmingham, look, done some good business. I think they've signed 10 players now. Who we got there? James Beadle. They've signed Cashin, who's a good player. We'll get on to Ed Sheeran in a minute and the stick he's getting. Cashin, obviously the lad they signed who used to play for Celtic, can't remember his name up top. Jay Stansfield is there. Go and watch. If you haven't watched the documentary, go and watch it. I think it's a really good watch. He comes across really well, Jay Stansfield. I like him. Like I say, I like Davis, the manager. He gets his point across really well. He's concise, and he's a couple of times when he's in the dressing room and he gets the cameras out and he doesn't want it to be filmed, and fair play to him. Right, we'll have a quick little talk here about Ed Sheeran while it's in the chat. What are your views on Ed Sheeran? MB says Ed had a little nibble on the guy on TikTok. If you've not seen it, go and check it out. Tommy Doyle, excellent signing, Big Al. I would have taken him at Town. He was obviously at Wolves last season, played in the Prem. Very good acquisition. But how do you think you'll do this season? And how do you think Town will do? But yeah, look, he got the number 17, Ed, again, 4th season. And it was Jeff Stelling and Andy Townsend talking about it on TalkSport. Absolute nonsense. You know, he's had the number for 4 seasons. It sells a lot of shirts. Sheeran 17. You know, it's a market ploy. Don't get too hung up on it. I just think, just do your research, lads, and then you might have known sort of what was going on. But JC says documentary is superb. Like Davis and Stano, although Davis does remind me of a copper. Luke Patterson, good afternoon. Luke says, are we getting Akpom and Kudused? Big Al says, Ipswich 2nd, depending on departures. Blues 3rd or 4th. Who have you got winning the league then, Big Al? JC says, official statement on Yensoon via Sasha Tavalari. That is on Twitter. Paul, he is a Newcastle fan. Welcome in, Paul. What do you think to Alexander Isak? Training on his own. Benjamin Bradder, good afternoon. How you doing? Right, while we're doing this live, we've got 55 watching live, 18 likes. We need 150 likes, so press that button. But for tomorrow, I'm going to go Birmingham 1, Ipswich Town 1. I would definitely take a draw. I'm going to go all Mick McCarthy on you and say, if you offered me a point now, I wouldn't even bother getting on the bus. Big Al's got Southampton winning the league, and he's got Norwich for the playoffs. I've got Norwich 7th. Kyogo, yep, he's there. He's a good player. So yeah, 1-1 tomorrow. I'll take a point. I think it'd be very good. Yes, I did watch the England-India Test series that happened recently, and there is actually a video if you're a cricket fan. Go and check it out on the channel. MB says official statement shortly for Caduce just confirmed. Big Al says he will take a point as well tomorrow. I think we'd all be happy. €1 million loan deal apparently. So if there's any stuff on the town website, keep me updated while I'm just going to have a sip of tea. So yeah, hopefully they'll get confirmed today. Paul says he'd definitely take a point. MB says you should do a 24-hour live. I will be very tired if I'd done that. Quick transfer update out. Obviously, Forest have had a 35 million bid. Oh, there you go. Who do you think was a better all-rounder, Andrew Flintoff or Ben Stokes? I'm going to go Stokes. Phil Richardson said the Test series was superb. It had everything up the blue moon. Day in the life of Cruncher, you do not need that. But yeah, we rejected a 35 million bid from Forest last night for OMARI. Hutchinson, I'd expect them to come back in. Brentford in the mix. Hopefully another couple of teams. We need to ramp that up and get as much money as we can. I would say if Tyler Diblin's going for 45 million, OMARI Hutchinson should be going for 45 million at least. And don't forget, I think Chelsea got 25% of the sell on, like what we've made after 20 million, I think. Don't quote me on that. Essex were 200 for 6, I see, off 38 overs. Das with a 50, Wesley was 60, Charlie Allison was 49, not out. There you go. Bit of a cricket update for you. I'm going to Chelsea next Friday. Shout out to Matt Phillips. We're coming to see you. Bradley says, who do you think OMARI should move to, Forest or Brentford? I personally feel Brentford a better move. Leeds a bid for Davis. Hope they don't have a buyback clause. Oh, I would say Nottingham Forest is a better club for me, personally, for OMARI to go and play his football, European football. Good coach. Keith Andrews at Brentford might be a good coach, but he's very green, first management job. So look, OMARI will go. I don't think it's any secret that he probably wants to play his football in the Premier League. I'd just like him to get his head down while he's at the club and just help out while you're here. We're a little bit short on numbers, so do your job, what you're paid for, and just get your head down. You get your move. Do what Broadhead has done. Obviously, he wants to go to Wrexham. Kieran said at the minute you can't go, and he's just got his head down. He's training. He'll be in the squad tomorrow, and he'll probably be involved, and he'll probably get on the pitch. And then we had this morning, there was a report of some interest in Leif Davis. I personally would not be selling Leif Davis at any price. Definitely not this transfer window. We're obviously a left back down already with Connor Townsend. So that's a position that we really should be looking to fill. Phil Richardson says, in my humble opinion, Ipswich really should let Hutchinson and Broadhead go. Holding on to players who want to play elsewhere never works. You can have Grealish if you like. Look, I think they're both going to go, Phil. At the minute, we can't be letting players go without getting players in the door. I think we're already, and this is just my personal opinion on Sam Morsey, we're light in the middle of the pitch. Morsey went, we let him go. I think we should have said, look, Sam, you can move, but you're going to have to wait until we get reinforcements in. And we're short going into the first game. Matasuwa, Taylor, behind him you've got Cam Humphreys and Finley Barbrook. So they'll probably both be on the bench tomorrow. So there you go. MBITFC says, will you be live later if Kid Juice gets announced? Yeah, we'll probably do another live. Finch's Rest Cemetery, Forest is a head turner. For OMARI, expect a bid of 38 million with add-ons. It's a bit windy in Mykonos. Big Al, Beadle will hardly get a game. Fans in general don't want him. Allsopper's become an excellent goalkeeper. Bradley Hembro, can you think of any left-back options we could look at? I think Lowe at Sheffield Wednesday, he's going to leave on a free. So we just need some backup. JCITFC says, can't wait to see the Akpom saga brushed over in season 2 of Birmingham. Paul Barrett says, any update on Akpom? There's no update, Paul. We're all sitting, we're all waiting, we're all refreshing the socials. Nothing at the minute. Snail's pace, Towns transfer window so far. Jonas Knudsen, they used to say he had a long throw. He never used to work, did it? Mad Dog. Yeah, scored against Norwich twice. But yeah, as far as Leaf goes, he is absolutely critical in how we play, how we set up, a little bit unbalanced, you know, with him further forward on that left. You can't be selling him now and bringing in a new left back. You have to learn a whole new system, how we play. No, thank you. Bradley says he would have loved Cresswell, to be honest, but he went to Stoke. He would have been an adequate replacement, but I think that's hindsight. No one knew that Connor Townsend was going to do his ACL. So there you go. MB says, how's this? My phone is going off. Let's have a look what's happening. On the WhatsApp, someone's saying the club have spoken. There we go. I got a WhatsApp. Someone's saying the club has spoken to Brandon Williams. Would you take Brandon Williams back? It's a no from me. He's a good player, but not for me. Big Al, we're happy with our new striker. If a player doesn't want to come, then we don't want him. And I totally agree with that. If a player has his heart set on another club, it's never really going to end well, is it? Really, if he's interested somewhere else, he's had his head turned. So yeah. Anyway, there we go. That is not for me. Kone, I think I see, Dan, that Wickham are going to let him go for 3 million. He's in the last year of his contract, Richard Kone. So been a bit of interest. Finch's Rest Cemetery says he deserves a second chance. Does Brandon? JC says I'd give Brandon a 1-year deal. Bradley says he hasn't signed for Hull yet. So watch this space. We definitely need one left back in. Would he be happy to come and play second fiddle to Leaf? I don't know. But then he can play on the right. You could let... I think the plan might have been, if Harry Clark was fit, to maybe cash in on Ben Johnson. I'm not sure. Anyway, we've done 23 minutes. I'll stay for another couple. We'll stay till 25. Hit the like button. We try to get 150 likes. I do keep going on about that, but it's all about the algorithm. If you get more likes, more people see it, we get more people watching, and that's what we want. Paul says, is Lee fit for tomorrow? He's got a hip injury. I did speak to his brother early this morning, and he said he was going to speak to him later, so he didn't say if he was fit or he wasn't, and he's probably not going to tell me anyway. MB says I'm all in for Williams. Look, Brandon Williams, as a footballer, I've not got a problem. Quality. Just think he let us down last time. You know, he had a lot of issues, obviously, off the pitch going on. Maybe didn't keep himself in the best physical shape. That's football. But he's probably in... I've not got the engine to get up and down from left back. I'm old legs. In the mind, I'm still young. I'm still 21. I could go racing down that line. Might take a week to get back. Pete says it will certainly be an interesting conversation between Brandon and Ashton. MB says Brandon Williams tackle and goal versus Preston. That was a great goal, wasn't it? Ran half the length of the pitch, slotted in, and then absolutely clattered that guy. That was just along from where I sit, their left winger. Nearly put him in Rose Ed. Agree he let us down, says Pete, but suspect he was in a terrible place mentally. Yes, I get that, but he's paid a lot of money to play football, and a lot of us, or the majority of us, would they'd swap places with these players, so I can't really be having that. Big Al says, if you're after centre-half, Bielek is available at Blues, was club captain, great player, our back line is awesome. Paul Kerridge, Williams on a pay-as-you-play and a goal bonus, would love a replay of that goal versus Preston. If Leaf goes, and Harrison Burrows from Sheffield United, very similar, less assists, more goals. JC says he didn't lack passion, that's for sure. As far as Harrison Burrows, quality player, but I don't think we'll get him from the Blades. Anyway, that is me about done. Thank you for watching. Benjamin Bradder, how long our signings take annoys me. I ain't going to lie. We always see that some players had a medical, then a week later still ain't signed up until after the game. We could have used them for, Steve says, safe journey to Birmingham tomorrow. Cheers, Steve. Hopefully my car will be there when I come back after the game. I'm parking in Morrison's. So, Big Al, shout out. Enjoy the game tomorrow. I'm looking forward to coming to St Andrews. You know, last time we come there, it was a couple of years back in the Championship. We come back from 2-2. 2-0 down, 2-2, obviously Marcus Harness. And it's going to be a lot more lively tomorrow. Definitely. It's going to be a hot atmosphere. 2 top teams, you know, going hammer and tongs at it. Live on Sky. If you're not going to the game, tune in. It's on the box. Yeah, I'm one of the lucky 2,000 to get a ticket. I'm looking forward to getting there, getting me on the boys and seeing what happens. But cheers for watching. If you are watching back, get your comments in, get your match predictions in the comments to this video, your lineups and any other business. Hit subscribe, hit like, and I'll see you Saturday morning. We will be doing the Saturday sit down. We'll go through the game, have a look at what happened, the good bits, the bad bits, and hopefully it's a positive result for Town. But cheers for everyone for tuning in. Cheers for all the Birmingham fans getting involved. Brilliant to see you here. Hit the subscribe, and we'll see you all tomorrow night at St Andrews. Come on the Town.